We're live.
Perfect. 1 second. I'm going to mix my drink. I love how versatile the Canadian uniforms can be for the Korean War. Because by the end of it, they'd be wearing what you're wearing.
Dude, the U.S. ones were even more versatile.
True. Well, I mean,
you're right. You're right, because the Canadians at least had the option of the P-40 and above battle dress mixed with a bunch of other shit.
P-49.
No, the P-40 shit was in Korea. We've seen it.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying is like
Canadians have P-40.
Yeah, the U.S. is a little bit limited.
Yeah.
To World War II U.S. stuff. Canadians, they wore the Canadian stuff and the U.S. stuff.
And the U.S. stuff, yeah. Because the supply lines really broke down from Canada because they were going through...
Christ.
1950, the Canadian Army, massive changes happened. That's where most of the formation of the units we know nowadays happened. Huge equipment change where they went from pattern 37 to pattern 51. All right, they were going through tons of different stuff, boot redesigns, uniform redesigns, everything like that.
Yeah.
But one of the cool thing is like Canadians didn't actually use P-40 battle dress ever. They had two versions of battle dress, pattern 39 and pattern 49.
Okay, but the thing is, in World War II, they did use P-40.
They did. They got it from the British. There was not Canadian pattern 40.
Right. And I'm not saying that there was, but I'm saying they used it, and it was so fucked up and convoluted. It's like, oh my God.
Exactly.
It's worse than the U.S. shit, which is very hard to beat.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah.
So as you might have noticed, I'm actually wearing a U.S. wool shirt because Canada, after World War II, would have got rid of the Union shirt, the weird like pullover collar button one. They went for collared shirts, U.S. collared shirts, U.S. pattern collared shirts. And they made some. They were exactly the same. The only difference is the markings on. Exactly the same.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I actually have a Canadian one right there behind me that's tan. It's Canadian marked. This one's U.S. one. So
it's the same.
You could get tan or green ones. It was totally fine to have either or. But the 25th Division was the first division to go to Korea from Canada, and they were all volunteers from the Canadian military. So you had to decide whether you wanted to go to Korea or not. And you would have got a cool new pattern 49 battle dress, hot off the machines, okay, with your new little 25th insignia on it. And they were all Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry. They're all from Western Canada because it's the closest to Korea, obviously. At this point, most of the roads in Canada are still dirt. And so it was really hard to move everybody. And there's basically one rail line. And you need that to keep the home economy going. So you really can't have the military taking it and shipping soldiers whenever they want. Yep. So lots of people from Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, and they would volunteer to become 25th Division and go over to Canada with their brand new pattern 49 battle dress, tons of Mark II helmets, and in the shiny Mark II helmets too, because Canadian ones were shiny.
The British ones were too.
That's right. But
oh my God,
they would change theirs though to have the flecking on it, so it wouldn't be as shiny.
The British ones? No, then
their Mark IIs in 1942 started being made with dull paint on.
Disagree with you on that.
So they still had plenty of Mark IIs that were shiny throughout World War II.
Right. Disagree with like the most, when you said the most of their helmets got cut out with that. I disagree. But like, let's move on. And this is a great conversation.
Yeah. And they would get their shiny new World War II surplus pattern 37 gear because the pattern 51 gear didn't exist in 1950. And they would be sent on a boat right over to Korea with their number 4s. Their new pattern 49 battle dress with their bright red insignia on it, their Mark II helmets, all that other good stuff.
Basically, British fucking uniform with minor modifications.
Well, the only difference that pattern 49 isn't even a new pattern. It's just a new standard pattern. So
that's what I mean. Like,
there was an officer's pattern battle dress and an enlisted pattern battle dress in World War II. And the officer's pattern had a lapel that was meant to be worn open, was all. So you could see your tie, was basically it. And the enlisted one was meant to be buttoned up tight around the neck. Okay. And all that the pattern 49 was standardizing on the open lapel version. That was it. That's the only difference between 39 and 49 is now 39 went from being closed, like, this, to having the open lapel. That's it. So
that's why me as an American, I'm sitting there going,
yeah. And they took a couple other little economy features, like they don't have the bandage pocket on the pattern 49 trousers. They don't have the little dressing pocket. They took that off. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but grab your SMLE, your brand new World War II surplus number 4, and your pattern 37, and you get on that canoe and paddle your ass over to Korea. So.
Yeah, like seriously.
And then very quickly, supplies broke down. Literally, 1951, you start seeing them in American field uniforms. So
right, wearing the Mark II helmets.
Yeah, that was a thing. They would They would keep M1s until 1953. So they would be wearing Mark IIs and to an extent turtle helmets, even though Canada technically returned all of those that they got from the British after World War II.
Yep.
They would again be reissued turtle helmets.
That's cool. I think it's the coolest and dumbest thing simultaneously. Like,
yeah,
the Mark IV helmet. That's Jesus Christ.
Happy
20 euro. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I've got. Well, shit. I gotta turn this way. Corned beef and cabbage over there. I'm actually not a bit Irish in my heritage. Oh my God, do I celebrate this shit by wearing green? So I support the Irish. And I will eat corned beef and cabbage any day of the year, really, to be honest.
It's a pretty good meal, to be honest.
Oh my God. It's
yeah.
I had a couple samples of the corned beef I made. Jesus. So good. Oh my God. But
I have potatoes because I didn't feel like going to buy food after today, so I'm having whiskey and potatoes, which is also a traditional Irish meal, from what I understand.
Oh, for Christ's sake, yes.
So I'm having whiskey and potatoes.
Christ. Got a lot of friends in Ireland, and yeah. So I just want to address Stug 1108. Yeah. I appreciate the donation, and so does Devin.
I do too.
Because it's definitely gonna. Oh, it's gonna help us. Trust me.
That's right. It's gonna help us.
Awesome shit.
But you'll be happy to know, Mike, my entire Korean War impression is done except for the insignia. All I got to do, and I ordered them. I just got to pull them on when they get here.
Likewise. Well, actually, no. I gotta wait for the shovel, but. I literally have an entire 1945 pack.
Ooh.
I got it. Dude, I got it from California.
The pack and the valise, or just the pack?
Everything except the e-tool. Literally. So,
yeah.
I got the lower pack.
That bag, too.
Yeah. No, I have the lower pack, the upper musette bag, and the shovel carrier. Dude, this is awesome. Like, I probably should make a video on this, but like, whatever. But I opened up the lower pack, and it's got the how-to instructions
in it
on the original. Like, a lot of it's faded.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like kind of like you could tell what it says, if you read English.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, here's how you assemble the fucking pack, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, the U.S. needs to have more shit in, like, because if you look at some of their web gear from like World War II and before, if you just handed that to somebody and were like, figure this out, there'd be no fucking way in hell.
No, you're correct. Absolutely. That's like, I actually, like, it was mixed emotions when I pulled this part out of the lower pack and I saw this and I'm like,
fuck yes! I'd be like, that's like the holy grail. Fuck yes! I don't have to watch any videos on how to put this fucker together.
But me as an American, right?
Yeah.
I had to deal with real shit in real life, like equipment. I looked at this and I'm like, It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just like they literally gave these guys instructions.
Well, they should have.
How to fucking assemble their pack and attach it to their fucking combat gear.
They need it. They need it. I mean, the average soldier's an idiot, to be fair.
Yes. But like I didn't know whether I should be impressed, appalled, or in awe at this. And I don't know. Like, I guess it would have been cool for like you to see me, but like it's impossible.
Yeah.
You to see me initially pull out this fucking thing and look at it. My reaction would have been like, why do they need?
Oh, that's why.
Oh,
yep. yeah.
You know, it's like,
yep.
Oh shit! Like,
yep.
Fuck!
Oh god!
But it's so beautiful that it's still there.
I know, right? Because imagine how many of those are left, like originals. Because the second the soldier read them, they came with every one. Second the soldier read it and like figured it out, they just pitched that fucker somewhere.
Well, no, this tag is actually it's huge.
Yeah.
And it's in the lower butt pack.
Yeah.
Of the 1945 gear. So this tag is, dude. Next time you're down here, I'm gonna show you. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's the biggest fucking instruction tag I've ever seen in my life. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm laughing about
it. They have it though. You know what I mean? So now you can put it together just like they did. So.
Yes. But it's like, oh man, yeah.
There you go. So what do you need left for your Korean War stuff?
Actually, no, thinking about it, I've actually got the whole thing.
There you go.
For an Army impression. Army, not Marine.
Yeah.
Corps. But like the blanket. Dude, I've got everything.
Well, look at that. You're set. That could be like the first thing we do then. Look who's here, Mike.
Nine-hole reviews? I'm gonna ban nine-hole reviews because they're a fucking troll, obviously.
The ODG gang. Oh gosh.
Olive drab green gang.
Well, yeah, it's the best color. Why get rid of it?
Right.
Oh man. But all I gotta do is now sew all my patches onto my stuff and we'll be.
That is gonna be fantastic.
Right.
Here's the thing is like, I think we should do. I'm not stoned. I don't smoke weed. Nope. Oh, I see. There's a check mark. I know you Austrian. Fuck. Where is the check mark?
Say it in an American accent.
Yes. Thank you. The only thing I was like, anytime any German gives me shit about my pronunciation, I'm like, say this one word, this one American word. It's called squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah.
No, literally.
Yeah.
Any Germanic speaking, Swiss, Austrian, fucking German, fucking Liechtenstein, fucking anything like that. If you ask any Germanic speaking person to say squirrel, they won't be able to do it.
I kind of want to hear this now.
Oh shit! It's not like,
yeah.
Even people I love that are German native speakers, they can't do it. I have seen one person who was a native German speaker in my German class for 2 years. But I actually had to spell it out to her. Like, I spelled it out how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
She was fucking it up, like whatever. She pronounced it as a German speaker correctly.
Really?
The only one, and I'm like, now you have a skill. It was a joke, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was like, now you have a skill. To every German speaker that wants to be a spy in the United States, you have a skill now to teach them how to do it, because we literally spent, oh my god, it was I guess about 3 classes worth, 3 class times
You
in
figure
college.
how to say squirrel.
But we did it, and because she was teaching us how to pronounce shit correctly in German. But
yeah.
we also, like, the trade-off was you're going to learn how to say the word squirrel as a fucking American. You can actually, because her American accent, like, fucking, if she tried, it was good.
Yeah.
But the one word she fucked up on was squirrel.
Squirrel.
Which any German or,
anyone else
Czech
would mess
speaker,
up on.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the one word. It's like, oh, it says squirrel. And she did it, and she figured it out. And she's like, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Oh, okay.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
What did the Germans call a squirrel?
Eichhörnchen.
What?
Eichhörnchen. And I'm fucking that up, like, because my accent's very bad. It's literally Eich, oak, Hühnchen is like a fucking small animal.
I mean, that sounds pretty literal, like the Germans usually are.
Right. No, and it's fine. It's like Eichhörnchen. Because she was like, oh, yeah, pronounce this. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to. I'll try. And I was like, Eichhörnchen. And she's like, that's close. That's very close. And that's when we got into this argument about, like, well, here's the thing is, I can't pronounce that, but also squirrel is shorter, but easier to pronounce to English speakers.
Yeah.
So that's how it got.
How it got this whole thing on squirrel versus whatever.
It was a good experience, though, actually, because for her, she, as a German native, can speak that word correctly.
Yeah. I like to get foreign people to try to name, like, pronounce cities and stuff like that we have here. Because there's a lot of really fucked up city names up here in the north.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. But, like, even Americans get that fucked up. But, like,
I know.
the main word, like, so a Germanic speaker, right?
Yeah.
We get a lot of them because they're obviously somehow they like firearms. Weird.
Weird.
Even if you have nothing to do with them in their past, they're just good at it and fucking gravitate towards it. So when I pronounce things in German, I'm not always correct because my native language is not German. However, I do know for a fact, no matter how hard a lot of these Germans try, they're never going to be able to say squirrel
correctly.
Squirrel.
Fair.
And the woman that was the teacher, like the only German I've ever seen personally, doesn't mean it's not, doesn't mean it's impossible, but, like, she's the only German that got what I said when I told her how to pronounce it. I'm not going to do it here because it's a challenge.
It's a challenge, yeah.
But she actually, like, also took the time to teach me German and how to pronounce it and shit. But when she learned it, and she actually said it for the first time, I smiled. I was like,
good job.
She goes, and she also felt it too. It was one of those things where I was like, and she goes, I got it. And I was like, you did.
God
oh
damn.
My God. Beautiful person. Person. And yeah. She's like, the problem was I was putting way too much effort into the fucking word.
You just gotta let it roll off the tongue.
Yep, exactly.
Give up like halfway, and that's how you say squirrel. Yeah.
So, all right, getting out of that. St. Patty's Day. What do you think about St. Patty's Day?
I don't really have a thing on it. Like, I know a decent amount about it, obviously, but
were you raised Catholic?
Yeah.
So, okay, as was I. What do you know about it?
Well, I know that St. Patrick isn't actually Irish, and I know that he's
Correct.
responsible for supposedly driving the snakes out of Ireland, which was actually Druids, which were kind of like pagan, I guess, and a bunch of other weird stuff like that.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So, and the Irish really like him. That's about the extent of my knowledge off the top of my head.
Well, some of the Irish really like him.
Some of the Irish, that's true. Some of the Irish really like him. But St. Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, it's St. Patty's Day.
That's right. It is St. Patty's Day. That's why I had potatoes today. I was going to have potatoes anyways, but.
Well, this thing is like, I am 0% fucking Irish in my heritage.
My name's Irish, actually, but.
First or last?
My first name's actually Irish, yeah. Well, it's actually Gaelic, but which is Irish, but yeah. My dad was a big language person, so my name in Gaelic actually means young deer, and my middle name is Hunter. And my sister's name is the same way, but
yeah.
My parents were being creative without being douchebags with our names. You know,
they're also douchebags. Like,
yeah, true, fair. Not gonna lie, it's fair. So, but yeah, so that's my name is Gaelic, yeah.
But it should be an O, and I agree with all the
no, it shouldn't be an O. O is incorrect. So,
but I don't know, like whatever.
I've seen it spelled every way. INONENYN. Everyone does their own take on it. And I've been confused for every single one of them. It's a terrible name. I would never name my kid this ever in my entire life.
It's fine, but like, you understand, like my name, one of the most common names in the world.
Yeah.
People still manage to fuck it up.
That's true. Like,
but I literally, I was in grade school, a guy that says, yeah, I was born on a base in Germany, and my name was Michael.
Yeah.
But it was spelled Miakel.
What?
Yeah. No, I'm not shitting you. Like,
that's not Michael.
But that's literally how his name was spelled. I was in high school with him, and he was a grade ahead of me. And like that's my name, Michael.
That's
and fucked. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's fucked. Yeah. So I get it though.
Yeah. It's just so fucking insane.
Like, it's still, it's like, I understand that people want to be original with names, but what's wrong with just having a regular name? You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree, and whatever. I'm not gonna change anything, but
yeah. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all.
So St. Patty's Day, we should address this, man. It's.
What are we addressing?
What is your best St. Patty's Day experience, if you have one? If you don't, just say I don't have one.
I don't think I've honestly ever done anything special for St. Patrick's Day. Normally just work.
Okay.
So I haven't done much. I don't get out much either. So.
What? No, I know, I get that, but I'm wondering,
Yeah, well, I'm not really Irish and stuff, so I mean, I don't.
Oh, me either. I haven't got a drop of it in me.
Yeah. So, but I don't really see the point. It's kind of like one of those holidays where I feel like people do it just because they're supposed to, or young college kids do it because it's an excuse to get plastered on green beer.
You go. Well,
and stuff like that, and eat food that has too much green glitter in it, and it's probably going to give you kidney stones. And all this other stupid crap that I don't really think has a point. Like, I'm very anti a lot of holidays because I think they're just a waste.
Well, same.
Yeah, a waste of time. They're just made by Hallmark to sell cards, and stuff like that. I'm not a big holiday type person. There's like 3 holidays that need to actually exist: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Independence Day. Get rid of everything else.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so devil's advocate here. Not really devil's advocate, but like,
I'm not against the idea of St. Patrick's Day.
No, I know. I didn't say you were.
Yeah.
So, St. Patty's Day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're Irish or not, let's look at the story, okay? If it happened or not, whatever. Is that not a cool fucking story?
It's a pretty good story. Well, a lot of those stories are pretty good stories. So.
And the way I actually interpret it is like, he actually just, got a bunch of the snakes, actual snakes, because there's a lot of poisonous snakes, out of Ireland.
Sure.
Maybe. If they were the Druids,
Yeah. I think he was like most of the other people, where snakes were a good symbol of the Druids for a long time. And he's kind of the person responsible for Christianizing Ireland. So
that is, exactly what I think of St. Patrick, the guy. I don't think he necessarily cast the Druids out of Ireland.
No, more like put him to the sword, because that's what the Catholics did back then.
Well, but St. Patrick, at St. Patrick's time, I think he was trying. I think he was high and drunk.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone was back then.
Yes,
you couldn't drink the fucking water.
I think he was trying.
High and drunk.
Right. I think he was trying to unite the Druids and the Catholics at that point. That's what I think.
Sure.
It's not a fact. It's not a whatever. But like, that's what I think was going on, and it went well.
Yeah.
Like, I think for.
Well, that's how a lot of other saints are currently. They went to other places and did the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, but like,
that's how they ended up with their sainthood.
I think this guy was just a good guy that was fucked up and saw the good in everything and tried to unite people.
For sure.
And you know what? I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But like, that's just the history I see it as.
Yeah.
And
could be either or, but
it could be.
Yeah.
But again, the Catholic Church, they'll fucking skew shit.
They'll do whatever they want. Yeah.
Any way they want.
Whatever they want. And there's no signs of that stopping, for sure. But
I think that, St. Patrick, the guy that he was, united a bunch of people more so than the Catholic Church was comfortable with.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, look at there's a reason why Ireland is super Catholic now, and St. Patrick is responsible for that. So,
right, and it's like, I think, so
that's how you get to be a saint. You convert tons of people.
Yeah, kind of.
That's how a lot of the saints actually became saints, is by converting tons of people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So. And I think it's an interesting story, whether it's, what are the more boring version I said, or what Mike thinks, but it's still an interesting story.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like,
and I'm glad that he's like, that story's been, passed down and everything for so long, and it's remained the same for so long, and he's so fondly remembered. He's more fondly remembered than every other saint, basically, because he has a whole holiday that is celebrated around the world, but it's definitely cool. That's for sure. I don't know where a lot of the other stuff came from, like green beer, and I know his colors were green.
Well, that's like fads. Like,
I want to know where all that came into play, though.
We're gonna sell some green. Ireland. Like, I've been to Ireland. I was in Shannon for a while, and it was green.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Well, I think it's because isn't his emblem the like shamrock, and isn't his color like patron color green, and that's why everything's green.
Green and white. Yep.
Yeah. So green beer apparently. I know that guy liked to drink. That's for sure.
He was
having a nice upper decker there. Mm. Corned beef and cabbage is a thing.
Yeah, and it's sitting right here on the plate. Honest to God, the reason we were delayed is because I had a plate sitting there in this exact spot, or
right there.
Jesus Christ!
They can all see it.
So I went away for like 2 minutes, if that. Take a piss. I took a shit.
Yeah.
And I came back, and the dog was licking his lips like he had just eaten something. He ate my entire fucking.
You guys got to quit leaving food around. He gets at it.
Oh my God. But like, he ate the entire fucking corned beef and cabbage plate that I had. Entire. Like,
well, I mean, you left it out.
No, but it was like, I'm talking like a third.
He does get into stuff. Like when I was over there and me and Sophie were eating cookies with frosting between them, and she set it down on the table, and Cody ate the whole thing.
It's gone. It's immediately gone.
Yeah. So that's just how he is.
Yep.
But
and but I have a plate of corned beef and cabbage here.
I wish I didn't buy any food today. I didn't do anything. So my truck was late today. And all that other stuff. So I was like, I'm not going to buy anything. So
my playlist went from like just good old fucking relaxing classic rock to Jimmy Buffett.
Buffett. That's been 3 streams in a row now. You've had Jimmy Buffett on.
Oh,
he's such a good singer, though. Yeah,
he's really not. That's the thing. It's like
no, it's nothing, no thrills at all. But that's what makes it good. It's just a relaxing, peaceful music.
I wish sometimes I'd been a moomer.
Well, I mean, don't we all? The cheap surplus prices, the having a bunch of money.
Everything's just great.
Everything's just falling into your
high school, you can go fucking afford a house and a car.
Yeah. Money's just landing in your lap. You work 40 hours a week. Your wife doesn't have to work. Fuck. That was the shit back in the day for sure. You could talk down to everybody because they're not doing as good as you are. Is corned beef good? Yes, corned beef is good. If you like corned beef. It's not for everybody. Some people don't like that spice mix that it has in it and that texture that corned beef has.
And that's fine.
Yeah, corned beef has that kind of chewier texture.
Yep. Speaking of which,
there you go. How tall? How tall is who? Tullamore Dew. I don't like Tullamore Dew. Doesn't have enough flavor. It's too mild. Mike, I don't know how tall Mike is.
I'm 6'3".
There you go.
192 centimeters.
Bam.
Yeah, you can like honestly confirm that because like.
Yeah, you're pretty tall. You're taller than I am, but I'm not that tall. So I'm pretty average.
God damn it.
Having trouble there with your corned beef?
Well, I'm listening to fucking Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. Eating corned beef and cabbage. Living the dream.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sober because I'm out of whiskey. Darn.
Corned beef, cabbage.
That looks pretty good, though. I wish.
Mm.
I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner after this is over with, but gotta figure it out. Well, do they have 303 British over there in Italy? One dream gun? Finish RK62.
Yep. Agreed. That's a great.
The best AK ever made. Finish RK62 with I want the pipe furniture on it too, not the not the newer plastic furniture. I want the steel pistol grip that's just a tube, and the handguard that's just a tube. And yeah, finish RK62, hands down. That stock that looks like a shovel handle. What more do you need? That's right.
That's a great fucking answer.
That is a fantastic answer. If I could have any gun in the world, that's what it would be. An RK62. The nice 3-prong flash hider on it. But the STG is not an AK. It's not even close.
Look, the M1 Garand. It's a lot closer to the STG.
That's literally in the memoirs of Mikhail Kalashnikov. That's what he said.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
No way.
he said the AK-47 is an upside down M1 Garand. That's what it is. So. The FG42 is overrated, unfortunately.
Well, no, it's not.
It's kind of overrated. It's really complicated to make. It's really expensive to make. They didn't make that many of them.
Yes, but the replica that I shot in
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad gun by any means.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's you're kind of like me. Like you wish it would be more mainstream.
Yeah,
because it's so fucking good.
Yeah, it handles well, it shoots well, has a lot of really cool, innovative features they stole from the French. The cool side-mounted magazine, all that other cool stuff.
British and the fucking Americans.
Yep, and then but it was just way too complicated, way too expensive to make, way too high on material and man hours to make.
Yes.
Oh, this guy wants to talk about how the Grand makes that awesome pinging noise when you shoot it. You know, when it's empty.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I've played Call of Duty before. So
7,000. Yeah, that's not a lot. Not a lot. No, it wasn't, because nobody was jumping out of a plane with a BAR.
Well, they actually did.
I know they did, but still. It wasn't fulfilling the same role as a BAR. It was purpose-built for that role. The BAR just happened to be something they're like, do this. So. And to be fair, the FG42 is probably a much better gun as far as fulfilling that purpose goes than the BAR.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They also, this corned beef and cabbage is just so good. So
I know, it's making me hungry.
I can't stop right now, but like,
it looks
the fucking BAR No.
The BAR was kind of a disgusting conglomeration for the end of World War I. It shouldn't have probably made it to World War II.
But it actually was one of the influences of the FG-42.
Yeah.
The concept.
Yep.
Not the design.
Because those things they're long and they're heavy and the recoil impulse is bad and the magazines are aluminum cans and you look at them funny and they break. And the grip on it, because it has that weird like semi-pistol grip, is like gigantic. And to be fair, I have tiny hands, but that's just gigantic. And then you have that fucking shitty designed LMG type swivel bipod thing you put on it, and eh. The Bren gun, there we go. That's a better design for World War II, but
The Bren? For a light machine gun up until
it wasn't very light. But
oh. Dude, the BAR?
BAR was light. The Bren gun's heavy as fuck.
By about 1.5 pounds. It's not
Yeah.
that it's not no.
But it's the awkwardness of the Bren with the magazine and
sure, but like
the weird
actual,
slings and shit and all the stuff on it. That's what makes
like,
the BAR heavier.
Yes, but like the Bren going forward through several major conflicts and tens of hundreds of conflicts, but like they didn't exist, whatever.
Yeah. Police action.
Yeah, exactly. The Bren was phenomenal. Like,
yeah,
it's really a good fucking light machine gun.
Yeah,
really
those techs really designed the shit out of it.
Yes, exactly.
They literally did all the work on the Bren gun. So
yeah, I know.
Those Czechs, they make one hell of a good gun. We were talking about that the other day, how the first gun that Brno, because I finally got an M95 bayonet finally after all this time, and it's a Brno one. And I was talking about how the very first gun Brno ever made was like an infantry weapon, was M95s, and how I think their best one they ever made after that is the 98-22.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people like 98-22. I'm like, yeah, that's the first Mauser Brno ever made. That would start the whole lineage of the VZ-24, and all of like the fancy South American Mausers they made, and of course the Persian ones, the Turkish ones, a lot of them, weird stuff like that would all come out of Brno, and that's what would start it, was the 98-22.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree 100%. Like the Czech Mausers too, when they actually got to like start manufacturing them.
Yeah.
In 22,
mm-hmm.
they manufacture those things, and they're like, we're gonna do it better than the Germans.
Yeah, well, they were the only people after World War I making Mausers other than FN.
Right.
And FN had a lot of other shit to make, so that made a lot of the like interwar Mauser design and influence and stuff fall on Brno. So, and boy, did they make a good one. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm just giving you the second, the like.
It looks like you're about to say something every time, and then you just go back.
Corned beef and cabbage. Yeah. Oh my god, corned beef and cabbage is amazing. God damn. But I'm gonna have to take a piss here in a second.
Pretty soon. Fair.
Yep. But yeah, check Mausers. Brno is a fucking city in Czechoslovakia now, Czech Republic.
No, Czechia now.
Yeah, Czechia.
Yep.
They made some of the best Mauser rifles ever.
Mm-hmm. They're still highly regarded here in the Middle East 100 years after they were made for their accuracy and quality.
Yep.
So pretty hard to beat that if you're making a Mauser that nice.
Yep.
And I just they never went to those laminate stocks. Not that I have anything against a laminate stock, but a nice, well-seasoned piece of walnut is pretty hard to beat.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So... But I was real happy to get that because I wanted to get one that matched you saw my M95. That beautiful blonde one that I got.
Yep.
I wanted to get an M95 bayonet that had the same kind of blonde wood on it that the gun did. And so I've been holding off, and I found a guy on eBay that had one basically unissued, just still in the cosmoline and the wax paper with the sheath for $50. And I was like, that's mine.
Right.
So cleaned it all up and beautiful. I have it. Because first gun Brno ever made, 2000 M95s. A lot of people don't know that. First guns they ever made were M95s.
All right. Well, good stream, man.
Fair. Learned a little bit about the Korean War.
Indeed.
Corned beef cabbage.
Hiccups.
That's right, the hiccups. God, I'm starving too.
But fucking cabbage and hiccups.
It just had to happen while you're on stream too. The hiccups.
It did. So yeah, good stream. We'll see ya.
Can't wait to do all the Korean War videos.
Yep.
That's right. I'll be here Friday, as far as I know.